Okay, we're back. Apologies for the delay, folks. I had to take care of some other duties here at the rink in my role as promotions director for the ISBHF. But back to the action here. Great Britain facing off against Alberta. Alberta now short a man with Merkler in the box. See if Great Britain can take advantage and get some quality scoring chances here on their first power play of the tournament. I believe they had one yesterday against Slovakia. So sent in down deep. Alberta behind the net. Centering attempt, loose, poke checked away. So Alberta's just going to eat some time here. As Yarawal going to swallow this up behind the net. Pass it off to his partner, gets it out of the zone. Long shot in, easily waffled aside by the goaltender Dennis Smithson. In net for Alberta. So 20 seconds left on the man advantage here. Great Britain getting some line changes. Intercepted by Alberta. Eason has it. Eason trying to make something happen down low. Still a battle down low. Neither team able to come away with it. Eason still doing battle. Loose footing. Picked up by Great Britain. Up to the point. Intercepted by Alberta. They're back at full strength. So Great Britain takes control through the neutral zone. Intercepted. Eason has it. Alberta getting some line changes. And looks like the Great Britain netminder is just going to swallow that up. Hey, just a reminder, folks, make sure you get your stats from stats.isbhf.com. Live scoring in effect. See shots on goal, goal scorers, assists, all that good stuff. There's a link directly from our homepage, stats.isbhf.com. So picked up by Alberta. Nolan has it. Wrist shot blocked. So in net for Great Britain is Walter Samick, number 77. Loose ball, squirts through the crease. Along the far boards. Good pinch there by number 22, Sam Donahue for Alberta. Keep that ball in the zone. Shot. I think the net. All right, so I think they signal for a hand pass there. So the ball's gonna, face-off's gonna come outside his zone. Netminder there looked like he thought he had it for a second and then realized he didn't. So face-off outside the neutral zone. 6:31 remaining in the opening period. 0-0 Alberta against Great Britain. Centering attempt, good save by Samick. Defense cleans it towards the near boards. Sent around, intercepted by Alberta. Picked up by Rob Page. Page trying to move the ball into the zone, intercepted. Alberta now potentially with numbers here. Towards the far boards. Chooses not to shoot, has a lane here. Not taking it. Back to the point. Miskew has it. Down low, shot, wide. Good look there by Miskew. Centering it down low. Blocked. Good job by Great Britain, sacrifice body. That one goes up over the crossbar. And now finally Great Britain gets a clear, but it's on net, so Smithson plays it out, and then that's going to end up as a flooring call. So the faceoff will come back down all the way deep to the left of Dennis Smithson. So Great Britain, obviously a tough game yesterday against Slovakia. They ended up losing 19-0, and just was one of those games where it just seemed like whatever could go wrong, unfortunately, did go wrong. You call it opening day jitters, whatever you want. You know, obviously they a long trip across the pond, as did Slovakia, but Slovakia just dominated from the opening draw there. So obviously here a much better start for Great Britain against Alberta, as Alberta walks it in down low. Shot makes it through. Outstanding positional save. Walter Samek down into the butterfly, just swallows it up. All right, so just getting back to Great Britain here, just a better start for them. I mean, at this time yesterday, it was already like 6-0 Slovakia. So yeah, they're holding their own so far against Alberta. This is good. And for those who have heard me call games before with Great Britain, you know, they're a nation that's, you know, still call it relatively new to ball hockey, right? So for the Legends division, these players don't have nearly the years of experience that, you know, a team like Alberta and Slovakia does. So, you know, credit to Great Britain for hanging in there against Slovakia, competing until the final whistle. And they're doing a good job here thus far against Alberta, keeping them off the scoreboard. Shot, McKinnon, save Samek. Towards the boards, and that's chipped out. We're gonna get a flooring call, we are. All right, so the faceoff will come back down deep to the left of Samek with 4:25 remaining. Referee getting set up for the draw. Won by Alberta. Shot, finds the back of the net. McKinnon, that was just a laser beam. Nothing Samek could do on that with traffic in front. McKinnon just picked the far side and rifled one past the blocker side of Walter Samek. So Dan McKinnon opens the score, and take a look at the replay here. That's just a well-placed shot. Low blocker side. And again, you've heard me say it in the game so far, right? These are all world-class shooters. I mean, look at that. He just picked the spot, and ball found the back of the twine. So another shot. Did that go in? Yes, referee signals a goal. I believe that's Sean Fagan, number 8. So back-to-back goals here in the span of 15 seconds. Just like that, it's 2-0 Alberta. See if we got a look at that on the replay. Just a quick shot, right? Low in the circle, yeah, he just high, top shelf. So I'll get to the assists here in just a second as I myself check stats.isbhf.com. Oh, down low, breakdown, defensive breakdown. Oh, good save, Samek. Kept in by Alberta. Ball squirts loose, and then we're going to get a flooring call here. All right, so McKinnon's goal was assisted by Sean Thompson, number 73. And then the second goal was number 8, Sean Fagan, assisted by Jonathan LaFontaine, number 68, and Barry Edwards, number 16. chipped back in down low by Alberta. Still with it, centering attempt, swallowed up, and we'll get a whistle on the face-off. Taken by Alberta at the point. Wrist shot down low, went wide by Yarrowon. Great Britain trying to get possession here to get something going the other way, but Alberta just moving the ball around. Shot blocked. Great Britain does manage to get the clear. Minor with it, wrist shot high off the glass. Centering attempt, nobody there to receive it. Larson picks it up. Back behind the net. Larson looking for somebody. Great Britain doing a nice job there, clogging those shooting lanes. Shot makes it through, rebound, no goal. Referee immediately waved it off. So Samek made the initial save, and then the ball squirted down on the ground. Samek was able to find it. So we'll get a face-off to his left. Face-off, one clean by Alberta, blocked. Good job on the block there by Dave Mort. Ball trickles in, swallowed up again by Walter Samek. Hey, credit to Mort there, doing a good job on the block there. Face off, one by Alberta. Shot, save. Again, rebound swallowed up. Nice, hard, low shot by Wojcicki. Face off again, one by Alberta. Wojcicki, shot, trickles through, rebound, poked in. I believe Samek made the initial save, and then the rebound ended up getting batted in. See who they give the goal to. All right, so minute 39 left, 3-0 Alberta over Great Britain. So Jeff Wilson gets the goal, number 97. Assisted by Jason Toth, number 41, and Mike Wojcicki. Face off, still down deep in the Great Britain zone. Back to Wojcicki, long shot, deflected wide. Wojcicki trying to walk it in. Can't get the shot off. Ellsworth has it, Ellsworth shot, save. then swallowed up again by Walter Samek. Alberta trying to gain possession here, back behind the net, they do. Trying to circle it out, get a shot, they do, top shelf, score, make it 4-0. Nice wrist shot, just picking a corner, number 14, Dallas Merkler. Assisted by Ellsworth and number 73, Sean Thompson. So Merkler from Ellsworth and Thompson. As Alberta regains the zone here. Backhand attempt goes up over the net. 20 seconds left, goes all the way out. Not going to get a flooring call here. Alberta trying to get one last shot on net here. Save, swallowed up with 2.6 seconds left. Good job, Walter Samek, holding strong on that post. Shot. Oh, that went in before the buzzer. Face off one clean. Alberta makes it 5-0 right before the buzzer. Well, that's a tough break for Great Britain. They're just going to have to regroup here in between periods. All right, so I'll get you the goal score here at the start of the second period here. 5-minute break, we'll see you back here in 5. All right, welcome back. Start of the second period here, 5-0. Alberta over Great Britain. Ball was loose there on the back of the net. So just to recap the scoring here, that last goal was scored by Sean Fagan, assisted by LaFontaine. So Fagan's got 2 on the day. Just to recap all the goal scorers. So Dan McKinnon, Sean Fagan, Jeff Wilson, Dallas Merkler, and then Sean Fagan. Assists in order: Thompson, second goal LaFontaine, Edwards, third goal Toth and Woshishin, fourth goal Ellsworth and Thompson, last goal LaFontaine. All right, kept in at the point by Koulas, sent in down low. Long shot, steered aside. Long shot, waffled aside off the stick of Chartrain. Ball still loose back behind the net. Alberta centering attempt. That gets buried. Number 17, Chris Nolan, squared it right out onto his stick. Nothing Walter Samek could do. So assists on the goal are Tim Chartrand and Vance McLennan. Great Britain now with possession, trying to get in the Alberta zone. They do. Here's Wood. Shot was blocked. Alberta on the counterattack. Wilson. One-time attempt, shot, score, Wilson. I mean, there's nothing Samek can do on that. Wilson just one-time attempt, top shelf. Well, 7-0. This one's starting to get away from Great Britain. But again, listen, they're, stumbling over my tongue here. You know, they're just still new to ball hockey, right? They don't have the years of experience that these players on the other teams do. You know, Canada, Slovakia, US, Italy, Portugal, right? So part of, growing the program is just to play, right? And, you're going up against a better team. Players that have more experience, you just do the best you can and try and improve each game. So, again, all the credit in the world to them. They're out here to compete, doing the best they can. They're clearly overmatched, but everybody's got to start somewhere, right? Nobody starts out being Wayne Gretzky. And this is just part of the learning and growing experience for Great Britain. And listen, all these gentlemen, they're not keeping their heads down, right? They're playing hard, just doing the best they can. They're here to compete. We at the ISBHF support them, right? We want more countries like that. And hopefully the more countries we get, we can form A and B divisions, right? As Great Britain's going to make the goaltending change here in the midpoint. Both teams salute Mr. Samek, who did an outstanding job. And then getting back to my point, right? So the more countries we get that can form, federations or, national associations and send teams to participate in these tournaments, we can have a B division like we have in the men's open. So that teams can have, a fair chance to compete against players of, their type caliber and skill. All right, so Elliott and net for Great Britain now. Great Britain trying to chip it out. Page almost managed to get it out. Honore unable to get it out. Alberta now back behind the net, and the net is completely dislodged, so the play is blown dead. I will, of course, do my best to keep this game entertaining for you folks at home, and appreciate all the fans of Great Britain tuning in. Family and friends. It's tough to watch, right, when your team is overmatched, but just try and have fun, right? Listen, it's the Legends division. These are all grown men. They understand what's at stake. They understand what they're up against. And again, all the credit in the world to them for coming out and competing. And, we hope at the next Legends division we get some more countries and get a B division going, and they'll be able to play against people with some equal skill, right? For you Alberta fans watching at home, obviously, it's 8-0. You're clearly the better team. What should you be trying to do, right? This is where you need to work on your fundamentals, really, right? Not get cute, not let bad habits start to form, right? Don't try and make the extra pass or anything. Just play good, fundamentally sound hockey and do the things that create good habits so that you can carry it forward into the tournament as you start to get towards the deep end of the pool, right? See, things like that. So Fagan gets that, walks it towards the net, let's go a good wrist shot. Doesn't try and get cute and dump it off to someone. That's good fundamental hockey. There's another one, right? Shot. Had a shooting lane, takes it, doesn't try and make the extra pass. And then, credit to Woshishin, right? Hustling back. It's 8-0, and there's the guy, busting his tail, right? Trying to beat the Great Britain player. Back to the ball. A good give and go, shot, score. So that's good fundamental hockey, right? That's the type of things you want to work on, right? And all of that started because Woshishin hustled as fast as he could to beat that Great Britain player back to the ball, and then immediately headman the ball up. And that's what I'm talking about when I say good fundamentally sound hockey. That play doesn't happen unless Woshishin does what needs to be done on the back end. So for you young kids watching at home, when you hear your coaches say, right, good habits, that's one of the things that they're trying to instill upon you. So here's Woshishin again, walking it through. Well, he's got a completely open lane. Oh, good save by Elliott, blocker. And Elliott comes out to swallow it up. So just getting back to fundamental habits and stuff, right? The breakouts start oftentimes because a defensive player hustles, right, and breaks up a play and headmans the ball up to the forwards, then get the attack going. Outstanding job there by Woshishin. So pick back up by Alberta, back behind the net. So Eason corrals it up into the Great Britain zone. Trying to hold the ball along the boards. Sends it in down low. Center attempt, somehow made it through to Elliott. A little kick save. Shot. Miscue has it. Kept in at the point by Chartrand. On the stick to Great Britain. And unfortunately for them, pass was a little too hot to handle, so that's going to end up as a flooring call. 9-0 Alberta in complete control against Great Britain. Face off one back by Alberta. Miscue picks it up. Little wrist shot, redirected. Good job there. That's, again, good, fundamentally sound hockey, right? So Miscue had a quick shooting lane. Saw that he had a teammate stick there in front of Elliott. Just nice, low, hard wrist shot. Get a little redirect going. Back to the point. Over to Lundberg. Oh, good stick work by Great Britain there. Intercepted. O'Neill had it for a second. Alberta takes it back over, down low. Good job there by Jay from Great Britain, number 21, blocking the shooting lane. Shot goes wide. Center attempt blocked. Good stick work there by Phil O'Neill. Alberta able to keep it in. Pass too hot to handle along the near boards, all the way back to the point. Shot wide, rebound, save Elliott. Ball squirts out in front, picked up by Lundberg. Shot right into the breadbasket. Good save, Elliott. Face off to the left of Elliott. So penalty on Great Britain. O'Neill got called, 2 minutes for holding, so they'll be short-handed here. Long shot, score, Moshishin. Just a nice hard shot, top shelf. Power play goal, that'll make it 10-0. Take a look at the replay here. It'll be a good angle, right? So Elliott comes out and just, it's a great shooter, just making a great shot. Nothing Elliott can do. Can't save them all, boys and girls. Shot, save, Elliott. Great Britain trying to get the ball out here. They can't. Alberta doing a good job keeping it in. Shot, save, Elliott. And Great Britain manages to get it clear. Back behind the net. Alberta gets another one, make it 11-0. So that goal was scored by Vince McLennan to make it 11-0. Assisted by Barry Edwards. One back by Alberta, Larson with it at the point. Back behind the net, Larson with it. Down low, oh, good save, Elliott, batted out. Elliott didn't know where it was, and his defenseman just hit it into the back of his pad, so he'll freeze it. Back along behind the net. Alberta player went down. See if they get up. No, they do. Minor with it. Center attempt. Nobody there to receive it. O'Neill has it. Trying to get it out of the zone. He does. Long shot from the point, shot wide. Moshishin has it. Centering attempt, shot, hit Elliott right in the chest. Ooh, redirect there by Nolan, almost went in. Moshishin sends it back down low. Shot, oh, good glove save by Elliott. Back to the point. Shot blocked. Good job there by Bracalo. Sacrificing the body on the block. Elliott with the save, 40 seconds left. Shot went wide. Ball centered through the crease. Comes all the way out of the zone. 20 seconds left. All right, that'll do it. So a 5-minute break between periods. We'll be back for start of third period action. Alberta in complete control, 11-0 over Great Britain. All right, back to the action here. 11-0 Alberta in command of this game. Alberta behind the net, trying to walk it out in front. Backhander saved by Elliott. Battle along the far boards. Alberta corrals it into the Great Britain zone. Center attempt, nobody there to receive it. Ball skirts towards the near corner. Kulak goes back for it as Great Britain gets wholesale line changes. Turnaround shot blocked. Walking it in, giving them space, and that one finds the back of the net to make it 12-0. Well, listen, folks, it's tough to call a game when it's obviously very lopsided, right? So I will do my best to keep everybody entertained. I am joined in the booth here by world-renowned photographer Terry Milby, also the general manager of the men's Legends division, representing Team USA here as part of USA Ball Hockey. Terry, what's your thoughts on Edmonton thus far?
They're doing great, and that's all I got.
So Terry, for the fans at home, they know you for your photography on Facebook. Talk about your role in terms of photography and how important it is to you to help out these players who ask you to take shots of them during the game.
So I enjoy taking their pictures, and I think they enjoy it as much as I do. So I'm happy that I can share my passion with them, and they can, get pictures where otherwise maybe they've never had them done before when they were growing up, and now I can share these memories with them. So I'm happy to share it.
Yeah, I've received several of your pictures, and it's absolutely outstanding when you see yourself in action, and it's very exciting. So for the fans at home that want to get into photography, right, that would love to do what you do you have any advice for them?
Just go to games and just take as many pictures as you can, and that's how I started. And I play hockey, so you know the game a little. You know where to go. You know where to go for the shots, and you can you have an advantage if you know whatever sport you're shooting. So just take pictures and just work on your craft. I'm still trying to figure things out and learn myself. So and ask other photographers for help, because that's what I do, and I share what I know. So.
All right, well, you can find Terry Milby on Facebook. Last question, this pertains to Team USA. So obviously Legends division, every team's banged up, right? Injuries and so forth. How are you guys doing after 2 games yesterday?
Well, I think they're going to have to change a lot of things around, and we had some meetings last night and this morning, and the coaches are, adjusting what they need to, and I hope that we can figure it out. The heat was really bad in here yesterday, which affected our goalies, so I don't know what they're going to have to do for that, but I hopefully we turn it around.
Absolutely, yeah, the heat affected several goalies, so Michael Zambon unfortunately had to take himself out of the game after almost suffering heat exhaustion, but he ended up winning player of the game, so all the credit in the world to Mike Zambon. I'll let Terry get back to her photography here. Appreciate her joining me in the booth. But yeah, heat was definitely a factor in the facility yesterday, so in terms of the weather here in Alberta, today will be the coldest day of the week, so it shouldn't be too much of a factor today. But again, for these goalies, right, wearing 20, 30 pounds of equipment as Alberta puts another one in the back of the net. It's just hard, and Canada was, for lack of a better term, just pouring it on the shot attempts on the United States in the first and second period of that game. So when Mike took himself out, it was 4-0. And he probably went up and down off of shot attempts, I'd say somewhere between 50 and 60 times. And folks, I don't care how in shape you are, put on a 30-pound weighted jacket and just try doing 50 squats. It just takes its toll on you. And there were a couple other goalies that, I saw after the game that were, felt like they had lost, several pounds of water weight, with trying to rehydrate and so forth. So, obviously in tournaments like this, fatigue plays a role. It's a factor. Every team has a trainer. They will do the best they can. And I'm sure Team USA will bounce back. They have a game coming up today against Italy. It's the last of their round-robin games. It'll be Italy's second game of the day. So we'll see how Team USA bounces back. Every team here is a veteran squad. So back to the action. Alberta, as I mentioned, in complete command of this game. 14-0. Just still trying to work on fundamentals. Make sure they form good habits, right? Don't try and get cute with the ball and make bad decisions. For Great Britain, as you've heard me say, right, it's just part of the learning experience. It's unfortunate. Nobody wants to see this. Believe me, we at the ISBHF, we don't want to see this, right? We would love to have a B division where Great Britain can compete against people on par with their skill set. But this is just part of growing the game, right? So, we need other nations to step up, form associations and get teams and players that can show up, and ultimately we need 4, right? We need 4 teams to form a B division here in the Legends division. And for the next tournament in 2026, we hope to see that. It's now 15-0. Good save there by Elliott. Wrapped around. Picked up by Alberta. Centering attempt. Well, McKinnon just kind of got laughed at by his bench there for blowing a tire on the shot. Alberta having a little bit of fun there. All right, so listen, that's 16-0. I'm going to go ahead and save my vocal cords, call this one a wrap. Obviously, the game is over. There's nothing more to be said. I still have a lot of games to call, so I'm going to wrap it up here with 6:55 remaining in the third. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. We do have a lot of action. The next game will be done by one of our home team announcers. And then I will be back after that to bring you some more of the action. So enjoy the rest of the game here. Alberta in complete control, 16-0 over Great Britain. Take care.
Yeah.
He was at like 60. Go bags. Going to 10. That last game,